Let me tell you about one of the most evil men in history that they never taught us about in school. King Leopold of Belgium. He didn't just colonize Africa. He murdered, mutilated, and enslaved millions of African people and got rich doing it. And to this day, Belgium still hasn't fully apologized. In 1885, Leopold claimed he was bringing civilization to the Congo. He held a fake conference in Berlin to make it look official. Then he tricked local leaders into signing over their land using contracts that they couldn't even read. He didn't take the Congo as a colony for Belgium. He took it for himself. One man, personal property, 76 times the size of Belgium. He ran the Congo like a slave plantation. Congolese people were forced to harvest rubber, ivory, gold, and minerals or be tortured and killed. If someone didn't meet their quota, their hands were cut off. Children's hands, women's hands, whole families. So many limbs were removed that soldiers started using severed hands as currency to prove they did their job. Villages were burned, women were raped, children were kidnapped and forced to become soldiers. He built a private militia, the Force Publique, and many of those men were boys stolen from their homes. And in just over 2 decades, over 10 million Congolese people were gone. 10 million gone. And the world looked away. And if that wasn't evil enough, Leopold put Congolese people on display in Belgium. That's right, human zoos. Black men, women, and children were locked in cages in public parks and made to perform for white visitors. One of the most disturbing cases was Tervuren. When 7 Congolese died during the exhibit, they were just children. Leopold made a massive fortune from Congo's resources. He built railways, monuments, and places in Belgium with the wealth he stole, while Africans were being tortured to death. He even tried to take control of the Philippines before conquering the Congo. This wasn't about Belgium. It was about one man's greed and the global complicity that allowed it. To this day, statues of King Leopold have stood tall in cities across Belgium. In Brussels, Ostend, Ghent, Ekeren, and Arlen. They praised this murderer with bronze monuments. Only recently, after protests and public pressure, a few were removed or vandalized. But still, no full national apology. In 2020, Belgium's Prime Minister Charles Michel refused to apologize for Leopold's genocide. He did apologize for the kidnapping of mixed-race children called Métis from Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi in the 1940s and 50s. But for the millions of lives stolen under Leopold, silence. For decades, Belgian schools barely even taught colonial history. Many still read Tintin in the Congo, a cartoon book filled with racist caricatures of Black people. And when you erase the truth, you protect the abuser. That's why this spotlight matters. Because if we don't tell the truth, they never will. King Leopold, he wasn't a hero. He wasn't a reformer. He was a butcher, a mass murderer, and the blood of the Congo built the wealth of the West. That's why we need to stay woke.